You're right there, Chaos here, going over the first of installments of the different choices you can have for your Black Templar army out of the Space Marine Index. And we're starting off with mix and match, as I want to put them, HQ choices. So in another video I'll be going over named characters. So, hold on, I'll be explaining in a minute what models I got and how I use them. You're right people, Chaos here, back again going over the pick and mix own HQ choices for your army. I've got my Index Imperium 1 here, obviously on my lap, to make sure I reference it correctly for you. I don't want to mislead you with certain units and attachments, okay? So, I've got a couple captains here. So I've got one that's pretty much all painted up. I may redo his sword to make it a bit more power-esque, but I like the idea of cold steel. Okay, so that is my captain, or as some of you Black Templar people would remember, marshals, and so on and so forth. So I've got him with a power sword, relic blade, mastercrafted bolter, and I've got a recent one that I've just kept bashed all together from eBay with bits and pieces. So he's got his lightning claw and he's got a combi bolter. So a bit of a mix. So let's go over the statistics of what a captain is in Space Marine Index. A bit of light reading here. So I'm going to go over using PowerPoints, not points, because GW are potentially changing points in the future. You know, if something's too strong or too weak, they can alter it. Whereas power levels, they're pretty much going to be staying the same. Okay? So, statistically, a captain is 5 power points. He is a movement skill of 6. Hits on a weapon skill and ballistic skill, I'll just call it as that. Hit on a 2+, hit on a 2+. Then strength and toughness is a 4. 5 wounds, not bad at all. Some good amount of wounds you can save. 4 attacks, pretty standard for HQ. 9 leadership, very well. 3+ armor save, and is got an iron halo, so a 4+ invulnerable save. Nothing bad with that. You can equip him with any of the pistols, the combi weapons, or the melee weapons. You can obviously swap out his chainsword for a storm shield, relic blade. It's all kind of common sense, okay? Now you can attach a jump pack for an extra power point. So makes him very, very mobile. And this is my Lord Executioner. Makes him very brutal if you really want to go that combat route with him. Now they shall know no fear. Reroll morale test. Space Marines all have it, so I'm not gonna repeat it. Rites of battle. Reroll hits rolls of 1 from your friendly same chapter unit within 6 inches of him. Iron Halo, as I said, 4 involved. Storm Shield if it's equipped, 3+, and Jump Pack Assault. So he is a very standard pick and mix HQ choice. You can alter him to what you need. If you need a range choice, you can have a bit of a range choice. If you need a melee choice, you can have a melee choice. If you need a bit of a pick and mix, a bit of both, lightning claw and range, you can do that. So he's a jack of all trades, master of none. So he does fit a lot of tick boxes, but he doesn't really excel, if that makes sense. Because then you can put him in Terminator armor for 8 power points instead. He's movement 5, but then he's the same weapon skill and ballistic skill. His strength, toughness is the same. He gains an extra wound. Is all the exact same then. But then he gets access to a storm bolter, wrist-mounted grenade launcher, which is new, chain fist, power sword, relic blade, so on and so forth. The rites of battle are the same. Storm shield if he's got one. Iron halo. He can then do teleport strike, so he can deep strike in basically. You can put him in Cataphracti armor, which is obviously the different Terminator armor. He's then a 4-inch movement, so on and so forth, with 6 wounds. So it's the exact same statistics as the other Terminator armor, but it's a 4 movement. However, he has obviously the Cataphracti armor and the Iron Halo. This model has a 3+ invulnerable save, but you must have the result of the dice rolled when determining how far this model advances. So it swings and roundabouts. And then Gravus armor, the new stuff, is a 7 power, movement 5, all the exact same, 6 wounds. He has 5 attacks though. So he's got a Bolt Storm Gauntlet for shooting, then melee, power sword, so on and so forth. He has Show No Fear, Shall No Fear, Iron Halo, Right to Battle. So, as I said, he's a bit of a pick and mix choice. And then you can put him on a bike for 7 power points. He gains an extra toughness, extra wound of 6. His movement's increased to 14 though. So I'm not going to bore you with any more of that. Librarians, they're very useful in the new 8th edition. However, fluff-wise, you can't really put them in with Templars. It's a bit itchy. They don't like psychos except for Grey Knights. All right. So librarians, I'd love to put them in, but it feels a bit odd. Tech Marines. All right. Tech Marines are very useful as a HQ choice. That they do have a lot of choices that you can have. Beamers, flamers, power cutters, power axe, servo arms, things like that. They are 5 power points, 6 movement, weapon skill of a 3, so not going to be hitting as easily in combat, but they got a 2+ ballistic skill, 4 strength, 4 toughness, 4 wounds, 3 attacks, not as many attacks, 8 leadership, not as high on the leadership, but a 2+ armor save, so they got a better armor. I do like Tech Marines, and you can fit them on a bike for an extra power point, so they gain that extra toughness and movement. Problem with it is they're primarily, I see them as repairing vehicles, which they primarily are. Repairing vehicles, repairing dreadnoughts, things like that. But I see Templars as primarily troops. You know, going in, Vanguard, Stern Guard, Crusaders, Assault Marines, stuff like that. Taking the righteous fury of the Emperor, alright, with the chainsword, with the blade, and beating the smack out of the enemy. Not, if a vehicle gets blown up, as long as it's charged in, disembarked all the contents, shot out a volley of fire, taken down a load of units, I'm not going to cry too much. It's done its job, it's transported the units they've got out there, now they're going to mulch in. So, by all means, you could put a Tech Marine in, but it's not going to play to the benefit of Black Templars. Now this is where I think pick and mix units really play out. And that is Chaplains. Okay, this is my Chaplain at the moment and I'm getting many more of them. Alright. They're lovely in combat. Absolutely lovely. Okay. 5 power points. Same as a captain. Movement 6, weapon skill 2+, ballistic skill 3+. Doesn't shoot as well. But I want him for melee. 4+ strength, 4+ toughness, 4 wounds, 3 attacks, 9 leadership, 3 up armor save. Same as normal. Access to a bolt pistol, bolt gun, Crozius Arcanum, their big staff beat stick. They can have a power fist if you want, frag and crack. Now you can give him a jump pack for an extra power point. Increases movement to a 12-inch movement. Brilliant, alright? And they can do that kind of assault thing that they jump down with the other assault guys and so on and so forth. Makes them very versatile, makes him very versatile. Now this is why I like Chaplains, however, their special rules are immense. Shall Know No Fear, same as usual. Litanies of Hate, re-roll failed to hit rolls in the combat phase of friendly Black Templars chapter units within 6 inches. Okay. Doesn't need to be a 1 or anything like that. Any missed roll. Alright. So the average Space Marine's hitting on a 3. Alright. Give him a power fist. He's hitting on a 4 because it's unwieldy. He says, nah, hit again. It's brilliant. You have Crusader squads. I like the idea of 10 Crusader squads. 7 with chainswords, 2 with power fists, maybe 1 with a melter or a flamer, chaplain in there, and if I got the points and the power points and all that, I'll chuck in a load of scouts, neophytes in there with shotguns, blades, things like that. They're re-rolling as well. It's brutal. You can have up to 20 marines, 20 models, then with him 21 guys re-rolling the hit. Now he's a 6-inch bubble. You could have 21 end, 20 the other end. That's 40 guys re-rolling. See where I'm going here? Spiritual leader. Any friendly Templar chapter unit within 6 inches of him uses his leadership. Got a little spider. There you go. Carry on. His badge of office, the Rosius, bloody blah, Latin name, is a 4-up invuln save. Now do you see why I love the Chaplains so much? They are brutal in close combat. Not just themselves, alright, but the units they're with. They are the best of both worlds, okay? Now I know this video is carrying on a bit, but I just want to explain it, okay? So you can put them in a jump pack. You can put them as a Terminator for 7 power points. Decrease their movement to a 5-inch, but increases their wounds by 1. Their toughness doesn't seem to increase though, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. So it's still a 4, but they do the litany as a right, the spiritual leader, they do the strike, same as usual. On a bike, they're 6 power points, movement 14, they get an extra point of toughness, and an extra wound. So, they're brilliant. You can put them with your bikers and stuff and make them even tougher, and they hit harder in combat. But, primarily, I'm going to have them without a jump pack, with my normal guys, with a jump pack, and Terminator armor. So, that is the pick and mix own units. Now, I like the Chaplain because Templars, I went over in previous videos, they are melee. Now, the Captains, they are useful, they let you re-roll ones in shooting and hitting. But that's only one choice. Fair enough, you can't re-roll shots with him, but he's not for shooting. He's in there for smacking the heads out of your enemies and making them have a bad headache the next morning if they survive. Alright? And his ability follows on to other HQs as well. So, I hope this video has been useful. Hope you've enjoyed just the pick and mix idea. Now, I didn't want to go over like, oh, you got to give him a power fist so he can do this. If you give him a power fist, he's re-rolling his own hits when he doesn't hit with a power fist. So it's really, really useful. But it's up to you. But I would say really try and go melee, okay? If you want, have a bit of a pick and mix captain, alright? So you've got a bit of shooting, but you've got some melee. Don't just have a shooting captain. Templars aren't going to be like that, alright? It don't work. You sit back and shoot, you're missing out on what the Templars do best, and that is big units with a lot of chainswords running in to smack the enemy, alright? So I'll leave you there. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you've seen any of the other ones, please go and watch them. It'll elaborate more on the ideas I'm having. So the next video is going to be on the named characters and maybe how they integrate well with these guys and the rest of your squad. As I said, if you're enjoying this and you haven't already subscribed, join the Chaotic crew, hit that notification bell. You'll know when I'm bringing out more content like this. Don't be afraid to comment down below on if you're liking the video above, the models, any ideas for those. So, as I always state to you lot, you all take care of yourself. Chaos out. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to see the other videos in the playlist, you got the left hand option. If you want to see the content that I have on my channel, you then have that middle option there. And if you'd like to join the Chaotic crew, please don't be afraid to click that button on the right hand side. You're more than welcome.